Hey y'all, so for math today, we are doing lesson 3, day 1. Yesterday we talked about number lines and how to add and subtract on number lines, and today we are adding to that. So what makes a 10? Get your whiteboards and go ahead and start on our number chat. Pause the video as you are working. So here's what makes a 10. You may have wrote 9 plus 1, or 8 plus 2, 7 plus 3, 6 plus 4, or 5 plus 5. All of these facts make a 10. You may have even wrote the inverse of these. So 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 7, 4 plus 6, and still 5 plus 5, all right? So these are all the numbers that make a 10. This is super important for our lesson this week. So our learning target, I can make a 10 to help me add and subtract in my head. I know what numbers go together to make a 10. I can use a number line and I can use a 10 frame. So we will not be doing 10 frames today, but we will be doing that later this week. We will be working with number lines. All right, so I'm going to show you how to break apart numbers and then show on a number line. So the main goal for all of this is to do these in your head. So we have to show you first before you can get really good at it and do these types of problems in your head. So to break apart the number, I'm going to just leave the 9 because that's really close to 10. I don't want to mess with the number that's closest to 10. Okay, now I'm going to break up my 6. So if I'm one more closer to 10 with this number, I'm going to break apart the 6 into 1 and 5. So 1 plus 5 is 6, and then 1 plus 9 is 10. So now my equation is pretty balanced there. Now I'm going to show you on a number line. So it's an addition problem, so I want to start on this side of the number line, because I'm adding to this number, not going backwards. So looking only at where I broke apart numbers, so I'm going to do 9 plus 1 on my number line. So 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay? Now I have 5 left to add. So I'm going to start at 10 and then add 5. Well, 10 and adding 5 is a pretty easy number to add. That's why I'm doing this, because 10 is a very friendly number. We can almost add anything with 10. So 10 plus 5 is 15. And 15 is my answer. All right, moving on to the next one. I'm going to show you with a different problem how to make a 10 by breaking apart the numbers. All right, so my bigger number, I don't want to break it apart because that's going to be what's closer to 10. So I'm just going to bring that bigger number down. Okay, now I need to think 7 plus what equals 10, because that will tell me what I need to break up my 5 into. Well, I know from the beginning I wrote down 7 plus 3 equals 10. So I'm going to break apart this 5 into 3 and 2. 3 plus 2 is 5, and I just brought down my 7. So now I'm going to go down to my number line and write 7. Again, I'm just looking at this part here. So 7 plus 3 is 10. All right, so I did 7 plus 3. Now I need to add 2 more. And then 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2, pretty easy to do. That equals 12. So my answer is 12. I'll give you a moment to look at that because it's time for you to try one on your own. All right, go ahead and try this problem. You can add to make, you can make a 10 to add. So I want you to break apart the numbers and then show on a number line how to solve. Pause while you are working. All right, so 8 plus 4. Well, 8 is closer to 10, so I don't want to break apart that number, but I am going to break apart the 4. Well, 8 plus what equals 10? Well, I know that 8 plus 2 equals 10, so I'm going to break apart the 4 into 2 and 2. Okay, so it's an addition problem, so I'm going to start at the beginning of the number line. Then I'm going to add 2 to get to 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. And then from 10, I need to add 2 more. Plus 2, and my answer is 12. Another way that you can check your work is you look at this here, and then look at what you started at and how much you added to it. So the way that we break down this problem is you have 8 and you're adding 4 to it. Well, same thing we did on the number line. So you have 8 and you add 4 all together. So 8 plus 2 plus 2, that equals 4. So 8 adding 4 is 12. Okay, so go ahead and erase your boards. And now we're going to learn how to subtract. So we got to break apart numbers. All right, so I want to do the opposite. I want to go down from 15. So I'm going to break apart. So I'm going to bring down the 15 because that's going to be closer to 10. And then I'm going to break apart the 6. So how much do we need to subtract from 15 to get to 10? Well, 5, 10, 15 minus something equals 10. So that's 5. And then 1. That all together makes 6. So since it's a subtraction problem, I'm going to start at 15 over here and take away from 15. Well, I want to take away 5. That gets me to 10. And then take away 1 more from 10, and that is 9. So my answer is 9. So this way, breaking apart numbers is just a little bit tricky, but be sure that you're just paying attention and you'll get it in no time. Basically, you're just breaking apart the smallest number into numbers that would equal that, and then taking it away from the biggest number. All right, I'm going to show you another one. So we have 14 minus 8. Well, I have the number 14. I don't want to do anything with that number. I want to take away 8 altogether, but I want to break it apart first. So I have 14 and I want to get to 10. So I need to take away 4. 14 minus 4 is 10. Well, I need to take away 4 more so I can take away 8 in all. So since I'm subtracting again, I need to start at 14 on this side because I'm going backwards. Well, 14 minus 4 is 10. And then minus 4 more is 6. So my answer is 6. All right, I want you to try to do this problem on your own. I'll get you started by breaking apart the numbers since that's kind of the most difficult part. So I'm going to bring down 16. And then I'm going to break apart the 7 into 6 and 1. Remember to start here, and you're going to do the rest on your own on the number line. Pause while you are working. Okay, so let me show you how to solve it. So I have 16. I need to subtract 6. So minus 6 is 10. And then I need to subtract 1 more. So minus 1 is 9. Okay. We will not do that since we already practiced. All right, so now it's time to do your journal pages 21 and 22. Your exit ticket is on Class Dojo, and once you are finished, we need to get on iReady for 20 minutes. So spend 20 minutes on iReady Math. And I will see you all tomorrow. Good job.